Minister, thank you for being here. Every time someone says I'm busy, I think, no, look at a Minister's diary, that's really busy. Give a very warm welcome to the Minister of State at the Department of Justice, David Stanton.
I'd also like to recognise Mary Harney down there. Mary, you were punished, you asked a lot of help questions in the dog, sorry about that. Good to see you. You always had a good answer anyway. And I think Jimmy Dean is here as well, and Anya Collins, former colleagues of mine. Isn't it a great idea to start before the speeches? I think it's a good idea, and then you know you can have the dinner and so on. Mary, thanks for the introduction, good to be here. And I would also like to thank Joan and John O'Connor for inviting me and my wife Mary to attend this evening and to speak at this wonderful event, and for organising the fantastic weather as well. Oh yes. Marvellous day. Absolutely marvellous day. We went for a walk on the cliff this evening. What a spectacular place. Absolutely brilliant. So really good, really nice. This topic that you're discussing, and I looked at the brochure, and really interesting and challenging. Women in the media is a topic that I'm quite interested in. I studied sociology a long time ago, and there's a sociology of the media and gender sociology. And when you put the two together, you have a really powerful mix here, and that's what you've done. There are so many strands to it, from women's equal and fair participation, and how women and girls are presented in the media and so on, and that's quite important. I think the involvement of women and girls in setting the media agenda and deciding what's actually discussed is something we need to be aware of as well. The media, including the electronic and social media, is obviously one of the most powerful economic and cultural forces that we have today. It plays a key role in the process of gender socialization. It has the power to transmit messages and images, shaping the perception that we all have of the world. It can reinforce stereotypes and prejudices about women and men, and it can be used to humiliate, to shame, to attempt to undermine the dignity of women and girls through activities such as hate speech and revenge porn. It can also be used to spread untruths that can ruin individuals and families. But thankfully, of course, the media also has the power to do the opposite, to support positive achievements, to highlight success and good work, and to lift the mood of the nation. And I think that's a responsibility that the media has as well, to lift the mood of the nation. So we must look very closely at the participation of women in key areas of Irish life, such as sports, the arts, and in the media. We know that women athletes enjoy less visibility on broadcast media, and that's a topic that was actually discussed at the weekend here at the conference. And while we all know at this stage that the film and television industries are male-dominated, and again I'm reminded of the danger of male group think. And even in the Dáil, we have more women in the Dáil now than ever before, and it's actually has challenged this male group think, which is something that I think we've got to be cognizant of. So when women are involved, it breaks up that and gives a whole different perspective to the way of thinking, which is so vital and so important. Women in film and television and TV Ireland report that fewer women are working as film and television directors and as screenwriters than 2 decades ago. The statistics indicate that between 1993 and 2013, only 13% of Irish produced screenplays were written by women. This situation is similar elsewhere. Directors UK report that only 8% of drama directors in the UK are women. The Irish Film Board has echoed these findings. It is reported that between 2010 and 2015, only 14% of projects seeking development funding had women directors. Only 16% had women writers. These statistics are frightening and simply not acceptable, particularly as film and TV have the capacity to transmit stories, images and stereotypes around the world. Let's face it, what's happening here is that representations of women are being created predominantly by men rather than women, and that means that they're not always real, true or insightful. There's something really missing when that happens. Our world is changing and the use of social media has increased so much over the years. We can see what happens in the States with the recent presidential election, so it's used as how powerful it is. Our young people are more vulnerable than ever, and it's our duty to protect and guide them in understanding and avoiding the dangers of social media as well as its advantages. At its worst, social media can undermine the self-confidence of young women and girls by spreading the message that they must look and be a certain way in order to be accepted. No wonder confidence is already undermined when it comes to take up leadership roles. This is why it is important that we empower young people to take action and use the media in a positive way to promote gender equality and counter stereotypes, online bullying and harassment in all its forms.
It is heartwarming to see the likes of the Jean Davis Institute, Women in Film and Television, and Waking the Feminists bringing these issues to light. The Irish Film Board, working with the film industry and Gender Equality 6-point plan to promote greater involvement of women in screenwriting, directing and producing, is also encouraging progress. In a democracy, plurality is at the heart of the media. An important aspect of this priority is the diversity of viewpoints, and a vital stand of this diversity is the representation of women in media. That women have a significant input as writers, editors, contributors is not only a matter of fairness and opportunity, but it's also essential in a healthy democracy. Democracy needs the involvement of media, of women in the media. There's no doubt about that. Again, it involves this male group thinking that I mentioned earlier. Now, this was recognised in the National Women's Strategy 2007-2016, where it states that we must use the media proactively to support gender equality and the advancement of women. We are at present working on a new National Women and Girls Strategy, and I would like to see gender equality in the media as an area that continues to need attention, and that strategy will be published quite soon. There has, however, been progress in certain respects. For example, the Broadcasting Act 2009 provides for gender balance on the boards of the 2 public service broadcasters by requiring that there must be at least a 40% representation of each sex. This requirement also applies to the Broadcasting Authority of Ireland and its committees. Ensuring balanced gender representation on air has also been the focus of much work, and the public service broadcasters continue to engage with groups such as Women on Air to ensure that deficiencies in this area are being addressed actively. In the area of advertising regulation, both the Broadcasting Authority of Ireland and the Advertising Standards Authority of Ireland have introduced specific measures to combat gender stereotyping. Furthermore, the Broadcasting Authority of Ireland has committed, as part of the implementation of the Statement of Strategy 2017-19, to take action to support increased representation of the diversity of Irish society in the broadcast media. I understand that its actions in this area will have a particular focus on gender equality. I welcome the proposal from my colleague, the Minister for Communications, Climate Action and Environment, to designate the Ladies' Gaelic Football and Camogie finals as events of major importance, especially when Cork do and those. The proposed designation will give due prominence to these 2 sports, which continue to grow in terms of popularity and participation. This proposal is currently with the European Commission for formal EU approval. Since we live in a free society in which the media must be free and not controlled by the state, exemplifying and encouraging has best practice plays a major role in changing the media for the better. This is why events like this and awards like the Mary Cummins Award are so important. Every woman and girl is entitled to have gender equality respected and protected, and the media needs to organise themselves to ensure that women are portrayed in a fair, balanced and non-stereotypical way at all times. What the Taoiseach and I want for women and girls is empowering female leadership across all decision-making areas in society. We want to see women and girls put themselves forward as leaders in all workplaces, in community organisations and in the media, so that news coverage is accurate and true and recognises the diversity of women and their achievements and provide role models for our young people. Why? Well, because we believe that gender equality can only truly be achieved when women have an equal opportunity to shape the society we live in and provide the hope and confidence for future generations of women to reach their full potential. Women should have the opportunity to participate in decisions that affect their lives, and it is only when there is equal opportunity and a gender balance at all levels that the best decisions will be made. Also, I call on men and boys to play their part in making this a reality. Gender equality is not just a women's issue. It is recognised that enabling women to exercise rights and opportunities is good for men and boys as well, and will generate wider prosperity for the country. The OECD has estimated that achieving gender parity will add up to 0.6 percentage points to the world's annual GDP growth rate. The media, along with governments, civil society, education organisations and society as a whole, has the capacity to play a major role in promoting and protecting the right of women and girls to enjoy full equality in order that they reach their full potential so that this gain can be realised. The decisions made about how women and girls are portrayed in the media will play a significant part in how our society evolves in this direction. This evening is a celebration, a success story, and I would like to take the opportunity to congratulating the person who's going to get the Mary Cummins Award. This award is very important, not least in that it preserves the memory of a courageous journalist who blazed a feminist trail in the media over many years. And the person who's getting the award tonight is truly deserving of that award. I would also like to congratulate John and Joan O'Connor for taking the initiative of setting up Women in the Media 5 years ago. Things taking place over these few days provide a platform to showcase the success stories. It also provides an opportunity of examining what we are doing well as a society in ensuring gender equality in the media, and exposes areas which need a lot more work. So I'll finish up by wishing women in the media every success in the future in playing a major role in bringing about a more fair and equal society. And I hope you will have a lovely evening and enjoy the rest of the week. Thank you very much.
Thanks so much, Minister. We're going to proceed now. I just want to say that was a really important speech, because we're here to enjoy ourselves tonight, but the whole issue about women in all areas of life, and particularly the media, is important. If you can't see it, you can't be it, as young women always say. So thank you for taking time to be here.